My name is Zach. I'm 24. This is my first porno. I'd like to thank you for having me on Casting Couch at my own house. Such a bad joke. Please do not add that in. Start over. My name is Zach. My real name is Zach Shchaya. It's a Jewish name. 24, from New York. I'm an artist and musician. I produce and I play instruments.
The people you have just seen and heard is called Rang Kap Dui Collective, one of the very few experimental bands in Vietnam, of whom Zach is a member. They have amassed over 160,000 streams across online platforms such as SoundCloud, Spotify, and YouTube. Last year, their electronic LP Ngủ Ngày Nghe Ngày Tận Thế became the first album by a Vietnamese artist or band to be reviewed by Pitchfork, one of the most reputable online music publications of the 21st century. The album features a variety of sounds, from spectral terror, fluttering power ambient, to funhouse beat flagellations, according to Pitchfork. But for those unfamiliar with the genre of experimental, they can hardly agree that it's music at all.
Everybody in Rang Kap Doi can draw. They're really good visual artists, and I feel like because I can't do any visual art whatsoever, my way of compensating for that is I just play every instrument known to man, pretty much. We played maybe 2 shows. We came out with an album that I hate. I'm not going to even mention the name. And we played like 2 shows where we played the songs off of that album, and then all of us got bored of it. Like, we all got bored of playing like the same songs and having to practice the same songs, and like, because like another thing was we were writing like songs that like a band would play, even though like nobody in Vietnam was really playing songs that sounded like our songs, but we just kind of got tired of songs. So, or at least like playing, like City still writes songs, I still write songs. Sometimes we'll write a song, but yeah, like we got tired of playing them, we got tired of practicing them over and over and over again, because it just lacked the initial energy of like when we first played it or when we first recorded it or whatever. And so we just stopped practicing, period. It wasn't like a conscious decision to like, let's just improvise, but we stopped practicing altogether. And then somebody asked us to play a show, and we were like, oh shit, like we have no idea how to play anything anymore. And then we were like, oh, let's just kind of jam. And it turned out terribly. And we hated it, but it was a lot more fun than playing songs that we had actually written, and then we just ended up getting better and better at it, and now we play like that. It's a lot more fun.
Nước Việt Nam.
Nước Việt Nam.
Nước Việt Nam.
Most of us.
Most of us.
This
Yes.
guy who is
This guy
hard
is-
science is not from Vietnam.
But he's now Vietnamese.
Naturalized.
Naturalized citizen.
Naturalize.
This is my house.
All of this?
All of it.
Okay.
All of it.
Lead the way.
You want to try it out or anything?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
You want to try it out?
Được rồi. 247 T2 được không? T2 chặt cạnh rồi. Hết cá rồi. Đi mua đã. Rồi đi. Rồi cảm ơn. Hết cá rồi. Chị có mua mất đi rồi. Đó là vui rồi.
I think I wouldn't have been able to make the music that I do make now if I hadn't lived in Vietnam. I think like a big part of why I make the music that I make is because of like who I know and like, you know, how the band was formed and the people who are in it and like who I hang out around and my friends and everything. So I don't think that it would be the same, or maybe it wouldn't even be as interesting.
What does experimental mean to you?
I take it a lot more literally than anybody else. I think that if you were to call your music experimental, there has to be an if I do this, then this will happen kind of hypothesis. In a lot of ways, I don't think Ran Cap Doi is experimental, even though a lot of people would say that we're experimental. Like, everything comes from everything. What I think makes Ran Cap Doi especially unique and experimental is the way that we take from our influences, the way we combine our influences. Collage music is a thing, but nobody's made an album that sounds like that at all. Like the closest album to that would be like S280F, and it's not nearly as like maximalist. It's not nearly as like, you know, hi-fi and flushed out, and there's a lot less production heavy. It's more writing heavy. And I kind of tried to balance the writing and the production elements on that album.